Let's imagine a world where your most unconventional creative talents are not just appreciated, but highly demanded. Where the skills you were told weren't practical, such as empathy, imagination, curiosity, these emotional intelligence skills, are suddenly the most valuable currencies in a future economy. Some people have said that we're living through a creative renaissance, a time when, yes, algorithms can generate things, but only humans can provide that meaning. This video is about how to claim control of your creative career, how to adapt to the new landscape of AI, and how to find your evolving sense of purpose, otherwise known as your Ikigai, in the future of work. Not long ago, creative success depended on permission. You needed to be picked by a publisher, a label, a gallery, a client. But today, the gatekeepers are fading and creators have the keys. Gatekeepers still exist in the forms of social media and algorithms, but they're different now. People have more control. Social media, digital platforms, and community-driven networks have flattened the hierarchy. You can share your work directly with your audience, build your own ecosystem, and even earn an income before traditional institutions even notice. When you have autonomy or control over your creative direction, your motivation becomes intrinsic. You're not creating to please others, but to express, to explore, and connect. Intrinsic motivation means motivation that comes from within you, purely because you enjoy it. Whereas extrinsic motivation would be, say, money, power, fame. The starving artist narrative is being replaced by the sovereign creator, someone who blends art and entrepreneurship, values and vision, freedom and focus. You're not waiting to be discovered anymore, you're building the discovery engine through social media. We have to figure out how to make AI an amplifier rather than a rival. We often fear what we don't understand. Fear of automation could be a fear of irrelevance. Yet, AI, whilst it can produce creatively appealing work, it doesn't necessarily replace creativity itself. It can't replicate that meaning making. It can remix patterns, but not the purpose behind it. Think of AI as an external cognitive system. It's a distributed mind. Cognitive scientists might call it something that extends your creative capacity. Designers might use it to iterate ideas faster. Musicians might collaborate with it to find new harmonies. Writers may use it to break creative blocks. I might use it to turn dot points into a bit of a script that I follow somewhat. The art is in the curation, not the generation. It's your tastes, your judgment, your insights that transform the output into art or to something meaningful. We can't ignore the fact that authorship, authenticity, and ownership are being redefined. Our challenge is to stay conscious, to use these tools intentionally with a sense of creative identity rather than dependency. Because the future won't reward people who simply use AI, it'll reward how you use it. Think of the creative career as building a map rather than a ladder. The most successful creators today are the ones inventing their own categories. They teach online courses or they design immersive experiences, etc., etc. The ability to see many possible answers, not just one, will go a long way. This is called divergent thinking, and it's a hallmark of creative intelligence. And it thrives when we stop asking what's the right path and start asking what path could exist if I made it. In this new era, the most valuable skill will be adaptability. A meta skill rooted in openness to experience, one of the big 5 personality traits, which is most correlated with creativity and innovation. People shaping the future aren't fitting in. They're designing the system around their strengths. There's no one way anymore. There's just your way, and that's your advantage. Creativity is expanding into places we never expected. In the metaverse, artists are building immersive storytelling worlds. In healthcare, designers are using empathy and narrative to improve patient recovery. In urban planning, musicians and visual artists are reimagining sound and light to shape emotional well-being in cities. And then we have decentralized communities, which are funding collaborative art, sustainability, and innovation without needing corporate permission. This is a new ecosystem for creativity. It's multidisciplinary, boundaryless, and human-centered. It rewards curiosity, not conformity. So how can you future-proof your creativity? There's a concept called Ikigai. It's a Japanese term and it means a reason for being. It can be broken down into what you like, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what people will pay you for. Finding your Ikigai is not a one-time discovery. It's a continuous evolution over the course of your life. As your environment, technology, and identity change, your Ikigai shifts with it. And that's not a failure, that's part of growth mindset in action. A growth mindset means seeing abilities as adaptable rather than fixed. So when you embrace evolution, your career becomes a living ecosystem, a feedback loop of learning, experimentation, and reinvention. So chase alignment and continue to refine that alignment as you go along. As a young person, I would anticipate that the most fulfilling creative careers aren't built by force, they're built by curiosity. We are the first generation to live in an era where creativity is really on the line here, but it's still vital. Technology can't feel, dream, or imagine, but you can. So find that intersection, your evolving Ikigai, and keep creating on your own path. Because the future of work isn't something that happens to us, we will design it. If that resonated with you, subscribe for more insights from the intersection of psychology, creativity, and other stuff. I'm Tom, I'm a psychologist and an artist, and this is your reminder that art and creativity is important. Mwah!